The 2022 Lenovo Yoga 7i Gen 7 is here. It's a 2-in-1 convertible laptop made completely out of aluminum. Now it starts at just $1,400, and I say just because what you're getting in this package is actually quite a bit for $1,400, although it is running the new 12th generation i7 1260p from Intel, and those CPUs, they tend to run hot and the battery life isn't the greatest. But this is not a final review. I'm just going to give you guys a tour and initial impressions of the laptop so you can do, get your initial research out of the way. I just have not had enough time with it in order to give it a full review quite yet. But stay tuned and that will happen. So what you get here in this device, again at $1,400, is a really high spec. So the 1260p, 16 gigs of RAM, a 1/2 terabyte SSD, and with a 16-inch IPS display running at 2560 by 1660 hertz, this thing is really, really pretty. And it's very well built, this all aluminum frame. I really like it. There isn't a spackle of plastic anywhere. It's really well built. So starting on the left-hand side, we have HDMI out, USB-A port, 2 Thunderbolt ports, and a micro SD card slot. And then on the right-hand side, you have just a headphone jack and a USB-A port, power button with an LED status indicator, kind of par for the course with Lenovo. And still, like, all this is well-rounded, it's smooth, the entire device is just so well made. And these rear exhausts, check these out. Like, these almost look like the rear exhaust you would see in a gaming laptop. And I love when Lenovo brings over sort of the styling from their other laptop lines. And in this case, they did a good job just sort of making it look really pretty, but you can expect it's going to be in use, I will say. So a gorgeous, very smooth display, chassis. The entire build is high quality. The hinge is sturdy, so when you open this thing with one hand, it will pop up, but over time, I do believe that pop-up will stop, and I say that from experience, having reviewed a number of these Yoga 2-in-1s over the last, 10 years or so. Okay, so what you have on the deck, again, aluminum, is a short key travel smiley face keyboard and a ton of keys here. So you have a bunch of your media functions that you tend to see, like controlling your volume and your brightness, airplane mode, spinning up a calculator really quickly, and then a full-size number pad. There's no additional spacing between the right-hand side of the typical keyboard and then the number pad. So it just kind of all blends in. It's a solid line, so you have concatenated up and down, page up and down, regular up and down arrows. And regardless of that, Lenovo still placed the trackpad to the left, right below the spacebar, which is what they always do. So if you're used to that, there you go. It does have a fingerprint sensor, but it does not have Windows Hello facial recognition at this $1,400 package. And I'll look at all the models and such before I do a final review so we can talk about that. It's a glass trackpad. It feels actually pretty good. Lenovo does have a new technology with haptic feedback and magnets and all kinds of stuff, but that's right now only in the Z series. So if you want a 16-inch device that's also made out of aluminum, but it has a more advanced trackpad, you'll want to take a look at the Z16, but that's a ThinkPad, so it's going to be more expensive than this device, which is a consumer-grade device. And even though they have similar specifications, this one carries a bigger price tag, a lower price tag, because it doesn't have military specifications, and I think that helps Lenovo lower the price because there's less R&D involved. So you do get a touchscreen here, IPS. It is a resolution of 2560 by 1600, and the entire display will rotate. So you could use it as a laptop, you can use it in what's called tent mode, or you can use it in tablet mode. There's actually a fourth mode where you just use it like this, and that would be if you're watching a movie or something and you have the convenience of a flat surface so you can put the keyboard on. So I apologize for the lighting here, just trying something new, but hopefully this is coming through for you. I'll kind of hold it at an angle. So it's a nice display, but don't expect to be able to use this display as really good writing input. So for handwriting and things of that nature, you're still going to want to use more of a traditional tablet like an iPad or a Galaxy Tab or the Lenovo tablets, because those have lower latency on the display and have a higher refresh rate, so you get a better overall handwriting experience. But if you're looking for one device to kind of do everything, then this makes a lot of sense. It'll get you by with some handwriting capability and touchscreen capability, plus really good entertainment because it's such a large display. And then also you have the power of the 12 series, the 1200P series processors, and you have lower price point than we'd see on like a ThinkPad. So there's a lot to like about this. Now I'll do a more in-depth review over the next few weeks. I gotta do some more, spend more time with it, upload all my apps and all that kind of stuff. But for now, I would say that this is a really nice entry point into the Yoga line. Even though it's 16-inch and has all these high specs in it, it is just $1,400, and you'll probably find it on sale. I wouldn't be surprised to see it as low as $1,200 this holiday, because Lenovo have a lot of discounts. Best Buy will discount it. And the cool thing about Best Buy, of course, is you can pick it up and then within a few days, or maybe it's up to 2 weeks, you can return it. So give it a shot if you're really curious. If you have patience and you have time, stay tuned. I'll do a more in-depth review in the coming weeks. So thanks for your time. Catch you on the next one. Cheers.